glad to have you on air.
Yeah.
You and me and Vijay Lakshmi Balakrishna. Thank you so much for agreeing to this wonderful interview right here on Southside FM. And yes, tell us a little bit about yourself. You are a NRI originally from Pondicherry, a French territory, and then you moved to France. And how long have you been there?
Well, I've been living here past 40 years because my parents are from Pondicherry and they brought me here when I was 11 years old. So I've been living here. I did all my education here. Since I was very much interested in dance and music from childhood, so I went back to for vacations to Pondicherry where I was trained into dance music. Later on, I decided to go and get myself trained only in dance and music. So somehow I've been managing between Paris, my studies here at the university, and in Chennai and in Pondicherry.
Sir, you also are a dancer. Tell us a little bit as to why you migrated from dance towards playing the veena.
Well, I've been learning both at the same time because my parents were very much interested into dance, so my sisters was learning. When I wanted to learn, they said no dance for a boy. So they put to play violin and vocal music and the flute. I was playing flute with my grandfather Jnanamani Pillai. So I always wanted to learn dance. I was imitating my sister's movements, and one day I met my guru M.S. Nathan from Temple of Villanur, and he told me, what are you going to do with dance? No more excellent female dancers. The Devadasis are dead, and become a doctors or engineers like your parents and families. I said, no, I want to learn dance. So he has started teaching me dance, and with my sisters also I've been trained many years. So later on, I decided to go and do my dance. At the same time, I was learning veena. So veena was something I was attracted by this instrument, and it came to me very quickly. Even in the first notes, people used to tell me, my gurus, oh my God, Rajeshwari Padmanabhan or Ranganayagi Rajagopalan, they used to tell, my God, the way you play, you reminded of Karikudi Samba Shiva here. So veena came to me, I think. I think today, you should not ask any more Western question like, we can't ask to Michael Jackson, are you a better dancer or a better singer? It doesn't mean anything. We are coming from a tradition. When you see the Sirapadikaram, you have to be trained into 12 arts. And where are these artists today? No more artists. Look, M.S. Subbalakshmi, she was actress, veena player, she was a great singer, and I am admiring her. And Balamuri Krishna, he plays so many instruments. So I think multi-artists are very few nowadays, and I request all the students to get trained into many subjects like me.
Very enriching to be an artist that is multi-talented. Now, sir, you are also a writer. Tell us some of the books that you have written.
I was the first Indian who performed in Opéra de Paris, something great. And also I opened the Grimaldi Forum in Monaco, invited by Corinne de Monaco, the princess. Well, when you come out from the stage, of course they appreciate your arts, but they'll be asking questions, who is Shiva, why is he dancing, who are the gods in India? So you have to request to all the questions. Since you are performing in such a great platforms, international platforms, you need to give a reply, not simply, it has to be university references or the great Indologist. So I always say that my public made me more intelligent than what I was. So I needed to go and refer the books, to study more, to learn better the subject in which I deal. Like what is Yar comparing to veena, when the veena came to India, why Shiva dances, because even between Indians we don't know why he dances. We say he's a dancer, Nadarajan. Okay, what is the great philosophy of Saiva Siddhanta? All these things made me more attracted towards the philosophy of Shiva as well as the dance and music.
Talking about Lord Namah Shivaya, you also are a filmmaker, and your first film was on Lord Nataraja. Tell us about that.
Yes, 10 years back I made the film because I wrote a book, 7 Dances of Shiva, prefaced by Jean-Claude Carrière. He is a very well-known Indologist in France. And the very first book about the Baya there, prefaced by Anand Danyeru, they are no more, all these people, very great hydrologist. I made a documentary film with Didier Belloc, my co-filmmaker. We made a Dance of Shiva. It has been so much appreciated during the 100 year of cinema, which was celebrated in Cannes Festival in France. So that gave me a great courage to continue my films. After that, I made 2 short films, Karma and Yoga. You know, this is all my subject because Shiva is a yoga teacher, you know. He's a Vaidishwara, the great doctors, okay. And so, it's around my subject. I can talk only about what I know. And also I'm completing a documentary on temple dances of Pondicherry. Sangeet Natak Academy felicitated me because they said, how come you have so many archives about temple dances in Pondicherry? Because when we talk about temple of dances, we always, of course, we talk about Kumbakonam. Of course, Madras became a capital of arts later, some 75 years back. But before, only the temples, Tanjavur, Chidambaram, all these temples. But Pondicherry enjoyed a temple which called Villinur, which had been constructed on 11th century. Even though Pondicherry was created in the end of 17th century, but the temple was there from 11th century and they enjoyed temple dances. My master was trained under these people. So it was a great thing for me to undergo again who are the temple dancers, where the dance, that style comes from. Even though I was trained into Kalakshetra, I just wanted to know, go back to the real traditions, the temple dances, how they have propagated the dance called Sati.
And what are some of the other films that you have embarked on and were they well received?
For my future films, I'm looking for co-producers. In fact, if NRI people want to join me, it's about the temple dancers living in Pondicherry, how they've been asked to come to France. There's a whole story about a boy learning dance, etc. I think it's a film kind of Devadas in a South Indian style, or the salon, the music, the music saloon of Satyajit Ray. I think I've been always attracted by Satyajit Ray films, and I want to really bring out the South Indian traditions. You know, today I can tell you, performing so widely all over the world almost, I can tell you the attraction they have for Carnatic music. Let's ask questions about Carnatic music. What is the repertoire of what is happening today? Where does it happen with Tamil music? First century, second century, fourth century, 10th century. We don't know anything about it. Okay, we are always propagating the Trinity, Dikshitar, Tyagaraja, Shamasastri, etc. We have to go to the roots and find out what happened to all the songs which have been composed before. What happened to the dance? Even though we don't have records, we can recollect it and try to bring out a kind of, through artists, kind of what could have happened before. I think I've been always a traditionalist, concerned by about the traditions, but into the modernity. I don't want to be a kind of a tradition box, you know. I want that tradition to live in the modernity. I think that's why I'm into arts.
You recently released your CD at the Cannes Festival that was on Saturday. What was this experience like to be at such an event?
I played with all the Mridangam players, maybe you may not know the names. T.K. Murthy, who used to play for M. Subbalakshmi, Umenapuram Shivaraman, Madras Kannan, Guruvayur Durai, all these great people played with me. I was so young. I spent all my money in Chennai recording. I'm very happy today because I'm the only one who are playing Veena with all the great Vidwans, and they've done a lot of solos, you know, Mridangam, Taniya, Tanam. So we can, any artist in the world or non-artist, the public can discover what is the style of each Mridangam players, like the styles in Bharatanatyam. So they can discover it, my CDs. And at present I have released my 29th CD. Which called Veena Dreams, because all over the world when you go, they talk only about sitar. When they come out of a concert, your sitar is beautiful. Oh my God, I said, why don't you know the name? We Indians, you know what is the piano, what is the guitar, what is the cello. How come the Westerners, not only the Westerners, I can go to Japan, I can go to China, I've been performing, I can go to Europe, anywhere, your sitar. I think the reason is very simple, because Ravi Shankar lived in Paris like me, 10 years. He was before a kind of a dancer who was doing some movements with his brother, and later on he picked up into sitar. But when he gave performances in sitar, I think the sound was so very far from the Western style. He has to impose through the Beatles. When the Beatles discovered Ravi Shankar, everybody loved sitar because a new style of listening, the Indian style of music. But everybody knows, even the North India, when I play a concert, they said, oh, we never heard veena playing. But it's very strange because everybody is playing Saraswati. In the hands of Saraswati, there's no sitar.
It's a veena.
It's a veena. Because the problem is there's not enough concerts organized by the organizers even in India, in North India. So I think we have to give back the place, the prestigious place that veena enjoyed in the hands of Saraswati, to the Maharaja's court, to the temples, and it's really time because we have very few players today. You can hear only few concerts or in the cinema. So you can't judge properly. I think we need to publicize the veena and bring out the instrument of India all over the world, like yoga, whatever it is.
So thank you so much for speaking to us. I can sense, I can hear you are so knowledgeable on so many topics about South Indian music, and I feel very, very blessed and honored to be speaking to you today. I wish you all the very best in your career, music and dance career, and in your filmmaking. And maybe once you will come to South Africa and we can also see you perform live or dance live and maybe run a workshop for us. That would be so wonderful.
I think Singapore is proud. They told me since you had come, of course 25 years back I performed. Now the men's have started learning it. I think we have to have reference for the boys to see other boys dancing. Then only they can pick up into dance. Because today the boys are very few in dance compared to girls. I think it's right time also we expose the male dancing as well as the veena playing, because we need some veena, strong veena players to bring out the fantastic way of playing and the beautiful music of different ways of playing. Because today only the violin is heard, unfortunately, all over India. I think it's right time that people discover veena and the male Bharatanatyam dancing.
We wish you all the very best, Raghunath Manet, and thank you so much for joining us. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. Mika Nandri.
Nandri.
Thank you so much.
Nandri to South Africa. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Namaskaram. Vanakkam.
Vanakkam.